everyone, my name is Paula and here on YouTube and Instagram, but not Facebook, I'm Stitched by Mrs. D. It's dreadful light in here today, but it was worse when I shut the curtains. It made me look dreadful. I'm going to try and talk a bit louder today because I've had some comments saying that, and I've never ever been told this, that I'm too quiet. So I'm going to try and talk loud, but I have not been very well for the last few days. I'm feeling a lot better today and I was feeling a lot better yesterday, but I've had like a head cold, you know, where everything in your head hurts and throbs, like my throat, my nose, my eyes and my ears still feel like they've got cotton wool in them. So I feel like I'm being loud already. You know, when you go like that, you can sort of hear your voice really loud. That's how I feel like I sound anyway. Anyway, if people still say I'm too quiet, maybe I'll get a microphone. I will feel silly though. I've got a nice cup of tea. I've cut myself 3 times today. Once on a can of condensed milk. Once on a needle, and then I can't remember the other oh, that's a little burn when there was a piece of caramel that went onto the hob and I went like that and it was too hot. So 2 cuts, one burn. I've left it too long again, everybody. I've got loads and loads to show you. I hope I'm going to have all the stuff and information, but you know what I'm like. Gary is here. I wonder if I can show you him. He's in amongst all the stuff. Here he is. He's never far from me. And I've got a lot of stuff to show you, so I suppose I'd better start. What have I been up to? Well, I've been busy making shop stuff and advent stuff. And that's what I've been doing. And a lot of running as well. I haven't done any running since Thursday though, because I haven't been very well. So, but that will start. I'm going to try tomorrow again. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Oh, I haven't told you. I've got my own sewing business and I sell things on, I have looked it up, it is Ko-fi. Ko-fi as in no fee. That's how you remember it. That's how they said to remember it. So it is Ko-fi. Ko-fi as in no fee. I've got a shop on there, Stitched by Mrs. D, and I've got some Halloween, well, there's sort of Halloween-y bags in there at the moment, and I'll show you those at the end. I'm looking over there because that's where they are. Right, shall we have a look at this giant pile of stuff that I've got next to me. It's not as bad as I think it looks. Of course, there is a lot of new stuff that I can show you. Right, let's start with these because I think a lot of these were on the needles last time. I think all of them apart from one were on the needles last time, but now they're all blocked. So I thought I'd show them to you and then they can go into circulation. Right, so this one here you will have seen before. It's a sherbet fizz shawl. I've made a lot of these now. How many? 1, 2, a DK one for Suzanne from Green Lambkin Yarn, and this is a DK one as well. Now what I did this time, because I wanted to get as much out of the yarn as I possibly could, and I was a bit scared when I was doing Suzanne's sample because I didn't want to run out of yarn so that I couldn't finish it and make it look properly, but look nice. So I followed the pattern for the measurements for the DK one. Of course, to make this, you do repeats of this lace bit and this garter bit. So for the original DK instructions, it says that you are to end here. But I still had a bit of yarn left, so I thought, I wonder if I can squeeze out another section of the garter, which I did. And then I did the first 8 rows of the Sherbet Fizz lace pattern as well, and then I cast off with the Picot cast off, which I love doing. I love doing that. So this is all finished now. Isn't it lovely? This is made with Foxy Yarns DK, and it's sparkly, and the colour is Mint Choc Chip. I don't know if you can see the sparkles. I certainly can. It's lovely, isn't it? So it's all blocked. I blocked this on a hot day. Nice. Have I worn a shawl yet? No, I haven't worn. Oh, I did. I put my big old Stephen West one round my shoulders the other day when I got a bit chilly. But I haven't worn one like out with a coat yet. I did have to put my coat on this morning though. It's very chilly. So that's that one done. You've seen this pattern lots of times with me. And this is by Amber O'Brien, and you can make it in a small with 1 skein of yarn, a large with, oh, I don't know, well, I presume 2 skeins, a DK, and this was two skeins of DK. Let me show you what I had left. That's all I've got left. And then you can make a super chunky one, and I really want to make one of those. If I go to the East Anglian Yarn Festival in like next year, that is what I'm going to be on the lookout for, some super chunky, so that I can make one of these out of some super chunky. I think that would be lovely. Oh, look at that. Wings. There we are. Oh, I really like it. I'm ever so pleased with it. I think this is such a nice colour. So that's that shawl done. Lovely jubbly. Let's show you something else you've seen before. I think this one was off the needles last time, but it wasn't blocked, and I certainly hadn't sewn the ends in. I think I blocked this one when I did my video about making autumn bags. I'll tell you what, I've got a bit of a headache. So this is the Surprise Party Shawl. It's a pattern by Helen Stewart from Curious Handmade. This one is for Lizzie. She has got her eye on this, and I don't blame her. And this is made from Drops Baby Merino. That's the cream colour that you can see. Well, it's more of an off-white than a cream. And then the lovely colours are from a mini set from Bird Street Yarns, and they were ice cream minis. So I think that was maybe coffee, strawberry, bubblegum, chocolate and mint, I think. But isn't that lovely? I'd say that this shawl would be suitable for a beginner, because there's nothing too fancy involved, but there is a lot of stitches by the time you get to this bit here. So as long as you've got a lot of patience and are not bothered about things being done quickly, I think this would be a nice shawl for a beginner to do. And I think it's just a nice way to use up a set of minis. So that's that, and it's a lovely, lovely big shawl. I'll block this on a hot day as well. How do I wear these things? I usually just go like that. Some people make an effort, don't they? But I just chuck it round. But this is for Lizzie, and she has been asking for it. It's been hung over that door over there that you can't see. She'll be ever so pleased when I give it to her. It is nice, isn't it? It's the second one of these that I've made. There we are, so that's that one. And this one I had to remember the name of. Had to look it up. Well, I had to just find the pattern. This is called the Field Way Shawl, and it's by Life is Cozy. Oh, this one's so pretty. This one's been blocked for a long time and it's been over the door. And I sewed the ends in on this last night, and when I got up this morning, Lizzie had sat on the sofa this morning to eat her breakfast and had sat on it, so it might look a bit crumpled. This one I would not say, I would say is not for a beginner. Now this lovely yarn was sent to me from Australia. Let me see if I've still got the tags. Oh, that'll be in this bag here. I think it was Circus Tonic. Circus Tonic Handmade. I think that's what it was. Here, this is what I've got left. So I used one skein, and it was cashmere, silk and merino. I think that's what this main colour is here. That's all I've got left. Because you can do this bit for as long as you want. And then I've used 2 mini skeins as well. This pink one here, the yellow one there. And they're from Circus Tonic Handmade as well. See, now I can't remember how I do shawls. But oh, this is so nice. It's ever so pretty. Oh, lovely. Isn't that nice? So that is a nice size, isn't it? I think that's quite... Have I missed an end? Why do I keep thinking I can see an end somewhere? It's this. It's attached to this bit here. It's lovely, isn't it? As I said a minute ago, I'd say this is not for a beginner, just because these crosses here are a little bit fiddly. But you can try anything. You've got to do everything for the first time, haven't you? So don't take any notice of me. If you think you can do it and you're a beginner, do it. Don't take any notice of me. And then I really loved, my favourite bit in the whole thing was when I had to do this lace here. I love doing that. I think, yes, I had to do a bit of it there and then there. I love that. I like this lace as well, which is a good job because that did go on for a long time. So there we are. These are the 3 shawls that I took on holiday with. They're all finished and ready to keep everybody in the house nice and cosy over winter. Let me show you the shawl I'm making now, because of course I've cast another one on. Now Meg asked me if I would make her a shawl, and she wanted one. Me and Meg have got very different taste. She wanted one with like spiders knitted into the lace, and I had a look for some patterns, but there wasn't really one that took her fancy. So then I thought, oh, I know, Amber O'Brien has got a pattern which has got skulls in the lace at the bottom, so I thought I'd show her that, and she loved it. So that's what I'm making her. I haven't got a picture of it, unfortunately. Oh, I might have here. This is called, oh no, this is a different pattern completely. I've got 2, oh, this is where that pattern's gone. I've been looking for that. This is called the Ghost Knitter's Shawl by Amber O'Brien. And I was going to make it in a gradient yarn because there's a couple of samples on her Ravelry page. You start at the top and then you do quite a lot of garter and then it turns into the skulls at the bottom. But I told Meg to have a look through my stuff and she picked these out, and these were sent to me by Leah. And she just loved them. So yes, I said, yeah, I'll make it out of them. So I'm doing, you have to have two, if you're going to use 3 skeins, or I think you can just use 2. She wants me to do the garter bit at the top with these 2 colours, and then the skull lace along the bottom in this one, and this is what they all are. It's called dreamincolouryarn.com, and this one is called Cerise. They're all singles, and then I don't know which is which. One is called Barrett and one is called Bravery. I don't know which is which though. So these are the colours that she's picked out. So I'm looking forward to seeing how, I'm looking forward to getting down to the lace, but this is what I've done so far. Doing like a couple of rows of each of the colours with some increases, so it's getting bigger and bigger all the time, and I've got a few more rows to go before I get to do the lace. I love knitting lace and I love knitting shawls. Yes, so hopefully I'll have more to show you on that next time. Yeah, it would have been nice in a gradient, but she loves these. I love them as well. They're perfect for what I've done it again. It's perfect for what she wants. But I'm going to put this back in my bag and move on. Some of you won't know what the problem is. Some of you will if you've got a mind like mine. Oh, I've got to tell you something funny. So me and James, we went away for our wedding anniversary, and Johnny and Meg are absolutely fine to be left by themselves, but Lizzie, well, she's 15, and so we got my mum round to sleep the night, and Gary, who's this lovely dog here, he goes up the stairs but he won't come down them again. Now when he was on holiday, to get to the beach and to get back from the beach, he had to go up some stairs and then he'd have to climb down them, and he'd do it on holiday. But now he's back here, he will not come down. We can bribe him with treats, walks, he's not taking any notice of me, all those sorts of things, and he just won't come down. So he's carried down the stairs whilst he's at home. I don't mind doing it really. I hold him like that. But my mum has got rheumatoid arthritis, and I said to her, whatever you do, get one of the children to carry Gary down the stairs. So we went away, came back, and Lizzie said to me, she said, oh, I said, well, how did Gary get down? She said, Nanny brought him down. I said, what? I told her not to do that. She said she brought him down in a bag. She put him in a Tesco bag, in a bag for life, and carried him down the stairs in a bag. And I said, did he do it? Like, because my mum had got up early, you see, earlier than everybody else. Yeah, she'd put him in a Tesco bag for life and carried him down the stairs. And I said, well, I can't imagine him letting her do that. So I thought, well, I've got to try it. So James went and got a bag and we put him in it to see if what happened, and he just sat in it. So where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, he had a ride in a Tesco bag. Where is it that you can take your dog with you if it will fit in a bag? That's a rule somewhere, isn't it? I don't know where it is. Oh, my head is throbbing. I don't get very many headaches nowadays. It's not a migraine headache, it's just a normal headache. In fact, compared to a migraine, it's quite pleasant. Right, let's have a look at something new. So this is my September instalment of my Castle View Yarns Seasons of Colour Club. Oh, isn't it lovely? Ooh, it's called Fern and Bramble. And it's a DK. Yeah, I think I am going to make that new blanket that Sandra from Cherry Heart has bought out. Can't remember what it's called now. Is it Florentine's blanket? I think that all of these would look really nice. And I might do the January ones in January and do them throughout the year. I think that would be quite nice. Yeah, I like that. Isn't that a lovely colour? I don't know why it makes me feel quite hungry. I don't know if I've dropped my volume again. Right, let's have a look at something else new. I'm going to open this and I'll put it in my box now. It's the next instalment for my Advent this year. I'm collecting up these. It's the Pixie Yarn Roots Yarn Club 2025, and this is set 3. Have I shown you these? I don't think I have. Oh, aren't they lovely? And these are 20 grams, 6 times 20 grams. Merino nylon sock weight. So what I'm doing with these is putting them all in little brown, separately in brown paper bags. And then I'm putting them in a box, which I'll give to Johnny on the 30th of November, or when I've got them all. And then I'll get him to bring me one a day. And then I'm going to crochet squares with them every day in December. And use up one mini skein a day by crocheting squares. Still looking for a nice box. I went in TK Maxx. They've still got all the Halloween stuff in at the minute, but the Christmas stuff is starting to show up. There we are. So 6 little parcels. There's one set of minis to go, and then I'll have the whole lot ready for December. And what I'm going to do is do 1 square from this a day. So I'll end up with 24 different designs of squares, but lots of that square in each colour. I don't know how many. Oh, Gary's making everything shake. I'll have to do a practice and see how much one of these uses up. Oh look, the box is full already. But I'm gonna mix them up. When I put them in the new box, I'll give them a good mix. Do you know what I keep doing? I keep going in, this is so stupid, and thinking, oh, imagine if it was today. Let's see what I get. And then I open it up. Oh, lovely. So I've got one more set of that to collect. I don't know if they come out in November or October. I can't remember. Then I'll have them all, Gary. Hooray! I've got to put that back in my cupboard because I can't stop fiddling about with them. Oh, shall we give Gary a cuddle? Come on. Oh, I mustn't. He's settled. I don't know what to show you next. Let's show how I'm getting on with this blanket that I'm making. So I've got a new set of colours to show you for this. Now, I've been doing quite a lot of work on this and catching up. And what I've done is, although I don't know where they are. Ah, yes. I've sewn together another strip of all of the different colours so that you get what I'm on about. I'm sure most of you do understand what I'm talking about, but I thought I'd do this so that you really know what I'm on about. So, oh, that's him itching again. Lillian's just moved, so I expect he'll want to go and follow her. Do you want to go with Lily? Come on, come here. Oh, he's so fluffy at the minute. He needs a big haircut, don't you, Gary? You haven't had a haircut since the summer, since you went on holiday. But he's so cuddly at the moment. It's lovely. You always yawn when I pick you up. Am I boring? I am boring, aren't I? But the problem is, if I put you down on the floor, you might want to go and play with Lillian, and she doesn't always want to. Do you like his lips? I do. Look at his bottom lip. When you open his mouth and look at his teeth, his bottom ones are like this. They're lovely. Oh, what a sweet little boy. Oh. Right, do you want to stay on the table? Oh, he listens to every word. Do you want to stay on the table, or do you want to go and find Lillian? You're too sweet. I'm taking him on a trip with James on Thursday. He's never seen farm animals before, so I'm going to take him to a farm. He knows that word, doesn't he? Take him. Yes, we're going to take him in the car to a farm so that he can see some farm animals. We won't put you in a bag though, like Nanny did. I'd have loved to have seen that. It was good enough when we did it. You looked very sweet in a bag, and you were a good boy, weren't you? Right, I'm going to show everybody my blanket now. Kiss, kiss. No. Oh, he's off. Don't muck her about. She's an old lady. I bet I'll have to break something up in a minute. Right, so I've sewn another strip together to demonstrate what I'm getting at with this. So this blanket is going to be made from the mini skeins from the Craft House Magic Colour of the Month Club. And what I'm doing is every month I'm getting them and crocheting a granny square with each of the different colours in a different place for each of the granny squares. But I'm getting 5 out of each colour combination. So look, you'll see what I mean. So these are the same minis, but I've done them in different orders. So there'll be 5 of this combination, 5 of that, and then 5 of all of the other different combinations you can get. Then there's that one. You see that one's got the yellow on the outside, that one's got the pink. So I've got lots and lots of different squares with the same colours, but they all look different because I've done the outside colour different each time. Do you see? Ah, I'm a bit behind. This is January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, I think I'm now finishing off the July ones. Let's see how we're getting on. I'm using a 3mm hook. I think that's a clover one. It's very nice. Yes, this is my little pile of minis so far. Not minis, squares so far. And I think I've got a few more to do. Yes, this is what I've got left before I move on to the next set, which I showed you last time. I'm really worried I'm being quiet, Gary, but I feel loud because of my dreadful problem. It's not that bad. So this is the next set that I've got to do. I showed you this last time. They look like balls, don't they? Your favourite toy, apart from Teddy. These are part of your world. Up where they run, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Is that it? That is the song, isn't it? Under and free. Do you know what? When I was little, I wasn't that fussed about the Little Mermaid. I like the Lion King more than the Little Mermaid. Yeah, so these are the August ones. And then these are the September ones. And when I saw these on the website, I thought that one there on the end was going to be black. But I don't know if you can see. But it's actually a really, really deep green. It's very nice. And these ones are based on Stand By Me. And the one that's just come out, oh, it's lovely. It's all sorts of oranges. I feel like I'm telling you about them. And he'd listen as well. Yeah, the one that's just come out is all oranges. And like reds, autumn colours. It's lovely. So that's how I'm getting on with that. Got a little bit of catching up to do. But as well as doing all this stuff, I had to knit my teddy bear, autumn teddy bear club jumpers. So that took up quite a bit of my knitting time as well. Right, let's move this out of the way now, Gary. And we'll get the next thing. Now, I haven't fancied making socks for a little while. Let's move him over there. Oh, I'll tell you what I will show you. These are the squares for that blanket that I've done so far. And all of these ones have got their ends already sewn in. Although it doesn't look like it, but they have. I've kept that bit because that's what I'm using to sew each of the squares together, or is what I will use. I think what I'll do is I'll make another strip with each of the other 3 different colour combinations of each of the squares. So that's what this bag is here. It's full of granny squares that I finished that have got the ends sewn in. Loads of them. It's going to be a lovely big blanket. And then I've got a bag here. I think this, yes, this one has got the ones of the ends that have not been sewn in. There's not as many. That won't take me long. It will take me forever. I should have done it as I've gone along. That's what I'm trying to do with the ones from now on. I always say that. I made this ages ago. This is some lovely vintage fabric. I just love that. Do you know what I used to keep in here? When the children first went back to school after lockdown 1, we used to have to do COVID tests on them. And I used to keep my COVID tests in this bag. Right in the way of everybody. Right, I'm going to show everybody my socks now. Or they're for Meg actually, aren't they? Right, let's have a look. I haven't fancied making socks for a little while, and this year I signed up for the Curious Handmade Sock Society, and I made one pair and I enjoyed them. Maybe I made two pairs. No, I made one pair, and then I don't know, I haven't fancied making socks for a little while, so I never cast on anymore. But then, I don't know, I fancied casting some on the other day, so I did, and I've made one sock. Yes, here it is, but I haven't made it like properly. What are these called? I don't know if the pattern is going to have the name on. Marginalia socks. So I started making them. I did the cuff and I was doing the pattern for the leg, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I can face making a whole sock with this pattern. I don't know what it was. I think it's because I couldn't see what was going on with it, but now, looking at it now, I can see what's going on with it, and it would make a lovely, lovely pair of socks, but I don't know, I just didn't fancy making two whole socks with this. I don't know what it was, because I'm not put off by lace or anything like that. I love knitting it, but I don't know. But now I'm looking at it, I can see what is going on with it. So it's got that there in the middle, and then it's got that wiggly line going down there, hasn't it? Yeah, I think maybe if I'd have noticed that when I was knitting it, maybe things would have turned out differently. But anyway, I did 3 repeats of that pattern there, and then I decided to knit the rest in a 3x1 rib, and these are for Meg. She tried it on the other day and it fits her nicely. Yeah, no socks. And this is how far I've got on the second one. Just the rib. What did I think of making you? Oh yeah, I think I've told you this before, but I don't know if you'll think it's a waste. Now, Gary loves bobble hats. Oh, he loves bobble hats. He carries them about everywhere with him by the bobble. And I thought I might make him one to carry about. He carries everything in his mouth. Yeah, so these are lovely. Meg loves them as well. These are her sorts of colours. She loves autumny stuff. And the colour is Pumpkin Spiced Latte. And it's by Lay Family Yarn. I bought this last year. So hopefully next time I see you, I'll have 2. And I can give them to Meg. Right, the last thing I've got to show you today is something I'm ever so excited about. He's looking me right in the eye. It's a new blanket that I'm going to start. Oh, I don't remember where I saw this advertised. I saw it advertised somewhere on the internet, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, I've got to make that. So it's a knit along, which is on the Black Sheep Wools website, and they're doing 2 yarn packs, and it is the Winter's Story knit along designed by Martin Story, a colour work blanket, and you can buy a set out of the Sirdar Loveful, which is what I've got, or Rowan Felted Tweed, which is way out of my budget. So I've gone for the other one, which is here. I did, let's have a look. I have to say, James had got me a voucher and for Wool Warehouse, and I didn't know what to spend it on, so I did actually get the wool from there. Why am I scared to tell you that? So I am doing it in slightly different colours. Let me show you the picture. What are you doing, Gary? So all of this is on the Black Sheep Wool's website, and they have got all of the kits. So this one here is what it's supposed to be in the Loveful 100% recycled tweed blend Sirdar. So that is the colour set for that, and that's the felted tweed one. But I like those colours more. So I've gone for the Loveful yarn, but I have changed the colours about a little bit. So instead of that deep red there, I've gone for that one there. It's a more pinky, I think it is actually called Rose. Yeah, Rosewood. Oh, he's attracted to this. You mustn't, darling, you mustn't. Yeah, so I've gone for that instead of that. And then this green here, it's like a petrol-y blue green. Can you see it? How would you describe that green? Not a jade green. Whatever. You can see it with your own eyes. But I've gone for this green instead. Oh, Gary. He's such a pain, isn't he? But I wouldn't be without him. This is a disaster. And the blue there, can you see that's quite a dark petrol blue? I've gone for this pale one. So let me put all the colours I've got together. Make sure we got one of each, Gary, so we can show everybody. Yeah. So these are my colours. Rather than the darker ones. So mine will be a bit different. Now the first pattern, oh, he's so naughty. The first instalment of the pattern, I think it comes out on October the 7th. And I think I'm going to have a day off and just do that for the day. Because I've been working very, very hard recently. And I think that will be a lovely way to spend a day. If you are using the Rowan felted tweed, you can knit it in a round and then cut it at the end. But I'm not doing that, and I wouldn't do that anyway because I haven't got a problem with purling with colour work. So I'm just going to knit it flat, which is what you have to do anyway with this wool. But I'm so excited about it. I don't know if you can... I'm going to have to put this on the floor, Gary. We'll clear it all up in a little while. Let me show you it properly. So we've got Christmas trees. Don't I look right old? I don't know what with a plaster on my finger. I'm going to point with my little finger. Christmas trees, gingerbread men, holly or fern, snowflakes, reindeers. I can't remember what they're called. What's the name for those? Well, I suppose they're a bit like Father Christmas, like gnomey type things. I'd say they look like gnomes, don't they? And then I think looks like the pattern starts again. So that is so exciting. So by Christmas, as long as I keep up with it, I'm going to have to cuddle you, aren't I? I will have a new blanket for you to pluck with your claws. Won't that be nice? Wonder if the caramel's set yet, Gary. We can go and pour the chocolate on, can't we? We can go and melt it. Right, I think that's all I've got to show you today. I'll put the link in my description box for this pattern and the yarn packs as well. It's just lovely. I can't wait to do that. I still don't know what I'm going to do about Vlogtober. I might have to just see how I wake up tomorrow and see how I feel about it. I don't know. We'll see, Gary, won't we? I've got to take him out for a walk in a little while. He's always done that with his head. Right, so if you don't want to hear about my shop stuff, I will say toodle pip to you now. Because I've got a few bags that are in my shop at the moment. Not very many, because I had a shop update last night and there's just a few little bits ready. Few little bits left. So I picked this fabric. I don't know, if you watched my video that I made about making some baskets and bags out of some vintage autumny fabric, I mentioned that I'd ordered some fabric but it hadn't shown up, and this is it. I just love it. It's got on the back, you see, I ordered a lot of this one. It's got some badgers and mice, and it looks like they just make potions out of toadstools, because they're on there. Let me let Gary go. Oh, please don't run off with that yarn, Gary. I think he's just going to sit there. On their broomsticks, you can see that the mouse has got the toadstools in his backpack. And then this is them in their kitchen making the stuff. So this has got just all the stuff that they use to make their potions. This is the potions once they're done. So I've got one small, I've got one which I described as medium, but it's probably nearer to a large than a medium. And all of them have got this on the back because I just love it. There's so much to see. And then I've got two large as well. Some with the close-ups of the badger. This one I've put some bunting on, and this one has got the badger on it close up, and then doing all the different activities that they do with the mouse. So that's in my shop at the moment. And I said on Instagram yesterday that I won't have any more autumny, no I didn't, I said Halloween stuff, which I won't, and I was going to be moving on to Christmas, but I forgot I've got this that I'm very slowly working my way through. Now I've got this a quilt again, and it's another one that's all still got the basting threads in, and it has taken me such a long time to sort out. But I'm going to do some more work on this afternoon, getting the stuff out of it. I'm nearly there, very nearly there. But it's so nice. Look, it's going to make some lovely bags, and these are going to be in my shop at the weekend. I'd say by Sunday, because it's only Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do this week, get them ready for Sunday. I just love it. It's so nice. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to have to go and take some sort of medicine for my head. Right, that'll do. That's it for today. So if anyone's interested in a bag, I'll put my shop information in the description box, as well as I'll try and include everything that I've talked about today. And I think that's it. So I might see you in the morning for Vlogtober. I don't know though. I'll see. Be nice if you could see Gary go on his day out on Thursday, wouldn't it? That would be nice. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I'll wake up in the right mood. It's not my mood though. I'm not like, it's not anything like that. I don't know. I get worried about it. But we'll see. Right, anyway, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow. If not, I'll see you next time.